You had been a Reaper for a short while now. You didn't exactly enjoy the job, but someone had to do it. You did have a choice in the matter anyway. But when you were off today, you hung out with the students down at the broadcasting club. It sounded odd, but they seemed used to odd things. They only being 3 people. The first one went by the name Tsukasa, an incredibly hyperactive ghost who actually attempted to kill you at the first meeting. But you thought nothing of it, since that's what the club's purpose was as soon as you found out. Next, there was Sakura. She was quite sweet, but also rather harsh, but she's also seemed to be quite incredibly calm, which always surprised you. Finally, there was Natsuhiko. He wasn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed, yet you still had a crush on him nonetheless. They were currently in the middle of one of their radio sessions. Sakura was talking over the mic, spreading new rumors about the supernaturals. You, however, had been focusing on Natsuhiko. But just like every other day, he had been admiring Sakura. He had always liked her, to your knowledge, even before you met them. That's one of the many reasons you couldn't talk to him, let alone confess to him. There were others, of course, but it was clear he liked Sakura more, which was why you always kept to yourself about your crush. Either way, you viewed him quietly from afar, while he admired Sakura from a 4-foot distance. Little to your knowledge, however, a certain ghost had noticed you staring. Though he didn't say anything, surprisingly, dozens of thoughts were going through his head. Small time skip. We'll be back soon! Tsukasa yelled, as he and Sakura walked out of the door. They said they had to take care of a few things, so it was just you and Natsuhiko for the time being. Which would seem like a dream come true, except for the fact that you would never be able to talk to him, as you would suddenly go silent whenever he tried to make a conversation with you, becoming flustered as you always turned or ran away whenever he looked at you. Right now, you were cleaning your scythe as you waited for Tsukasa and Sakura to come back. It was a simple chore, but you had to concentrate a lot if you wanted to take care of every spot. Which is why you didn't notice the red-haired male peeking over your shoulder as you polished your blade. Hey there. You jumped as you looked behind you, only seeing Natsuhiko, though you just grew a little more flustered and nervous after seeing him. You swiftly looked away from him, not responding to his greeting. Still not gonna talk to me, huh? Well, that's fine, he said with a grin. You glanced back at him, seeing his happy expression. You looked back at the floor as your heart fluttered. You couldn't help but to think how adorable he was like this. Hey, are you okay? Your face is red, he told you as he got closer, not expecting a response out of you. He continued talking. You know, you could try talking to me once in a while. I want to hear your voice, he said in a flirty tone as he leaned on your shoulder a bit. You gripped at your scythe at his actions, taken aback by his presence. Come on, talk to me, please, he asked as he lightly grabbed the side of your face, facing you towards him. You were a blushing mess as he looked at you. You couldn't take it anymore. Grabbing his shirt, you pulled him into a kiss. It wasn't even 2 seconds before you pulled away from him, embarrassed that you just kissed him. You buried your head in your arms as you looked away from him. You had finally gotten the courage to kiss him, but those few seconds, you weren't sure what you were doing. I'm sorry, was all you were able to say, though it was muffled. You heard him chuckle a bit before grabbing your arm, pulling it away from your face. He looked at you, his laid-back expression staring back at your flustered one, this time being a bit longer and more passionate than the first. He moved his free hand to your shoulder and keeping it there, while the other continued to hold your arm. Pulling away, you could hear as he took a few breaths before giving a light chuckle. You're cute when you blush, he teased, staring at your flustered face, though hearing him only made you red in the face. He grabbed your hands, making you drop your scythe in the process as it hit the floor with a loud thud. He gave a nervous smile at the blade, apologizing quietly before looking back at you. You two heard the door open. He quickly let go of you, and you saw Sakura and Tsukasa come in. Your face was clearly red, but you just turned around before anyone could notice. The only thing that was in your head was, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. This is my outro for now, because it was copyrighted and I didn't know. Pew 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 pew.